Guys, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do a last 5 I would ever sell edition, old school. Seems like a lot of people like these videos. I've gotten some good feedback on them, so a lot of different reasons of how you would categorize your last 5 you would sell. I'm gonna stick to strictly old school. Older firearms, which I have quite a few of. If I had to limit it to keeping just 5 of them, which 5 would I keep? So we will get started, and like any of these videos, there's so many ways you could go with this, a lot of choices. I'm gonna do this one based on trying to have all the food groups, you know. Maybe I'll do another one based on some other reasons. You know, you could do like, these are the ones I like to shoot the most. Or here's the practical, kind of what we're doing today is, you know, shotgun, rifle, pistol, revolver kind of thing. So we'll get started right away. First one up is the Smith & Wesson 29-3 Silhouette. This one is from 1983. So if I was going to try to represent only having 5 guns and I wanted to have one revolver in that, this would be the revolver right here. It's a 44 Magnum. How can you beat it? It has the Dirty Harry look to it, just, you know, longer. Not the same gun. There is a difference between the 29-2 and the 29-3, but overall it looks very similar. And if you really had to reach out and take down something, like let's say an animal to survive, you know, I've heard of that whole silhouette shooting. They were doing it like 100 yards and even beyond, I believe. So you could reach out and touch something with this if you had to. So this is the revolver I would keep for last 5, old school. 1983. We're representing. Alright, well, if we're going to go with a shotgun, I would go with this Remington 870 Wingmaster. This one, based on the serial number, was between 1968 and 73. In the research that I've done on it, for desirable, they basically tell you if you got an 870 that starts with an S and it has the chrome shell lifter, these are supposed to be the best made, more desirable Wingmasters. And this one has all that going for it. It's a beautiful gun. If you remember from the first trap shooting video or clay shooting video that I did a while back, this is the one that the stock broke off while I was shooting clays. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I've since then repaired it. But for a shotgun, old school, would be this bad boy right here. That's a beautiful looking shotgun. I mean, these Wingmasters are good looking guns. You know, the 870s got real cheap. Like in the 90s, I bought one. I got rid of it, but it basically, the wood looked like somebody stained it with orange juice. And then there was no bluing. Everything was like spray painted black. I bought it from Walmart in the 90s. So the 870s, in my opinion, really went downhill as far as looks. You know, back in the early days, they obviously looked a lot better. It's kind of like comparing a 57 Chevy to a Toyota Camry. You know, no comparison. So there's our shotgun. If we go back to pistols and we want to defend ourselves, have a possible carry, we would go with the Smith & Wesson 39-2. This one was produced between like 77, 78. You know how they give you your serial number range, and it's like you can't, I haven't got good at pinpointing which year it is, so it's somewhere between there. 9mm, it is a single stack. Can't remember, I want to say maybe 8+1 or 9+1, but technically you could carry this. It's a beautiful gun. It's got age to it. I had heard that this was actually the first manufactured 9mm handgun. So basically commercial, like, you know, made a bunch of them kind of thing, is what they state. That's what on my research. So that's pretty cool. And it's a great gun. Police carried these back in the day. That's why you got the whole trigger's dead when you let the mag out, which I'm not a fan of, but it is what it is. Beautiful classic gun. Once again, bluing, not this spray painted crap that you see now. You know, you can see a theme here. All these have bluing, and you know, wood grips, and just, you know, made different, better in my opinion. So this would be my carry gun, my self-defense gun. I got my revolver, I got my shotgun, and we're ranging from like 68 to 83, keeping it old. Now we got to kick it up a little bit. You know, we might need to reach out and touch something. Maybe we need to hunt something a little bit more than what we could do here, depending on what the situation is. We're gonna rock the Swedish Mauser, and this one is a 1908 Swedish Mauser. This one's been cut down. You know, stock's been refinished and all that, but it's just a beautiful gun. I like the fact that it's a little bit shorter, 6.5 by 55. You can't beat it. If you're gonna have a bolt action gun, this is one of the best and most accurate shooters that have ever existed. Why not go with a Swedish Mauser? So, and this thing's just beautiful. You've seen this featured on the channel before, but we're keeping it old school, and we got to go with a bolt action. We're kind of representing the food groups here. So now we're at four guns. We could go a couple different ways on this. For number 5, why don't we just go with a 22? It's good to have a 22. Ruger Mark I Standard. This one, serial number is between 1956 and 1957. So she's got some age to her, but I mean, functions flawlessly. You got a decent length barrel here. I can't remember what, maybe 4.5 inch barrel. You know, you can take down some small game with this. Gotta have a 22, keep it cheap. Once again, there's real bluing here. This ain't spray painted black like some of the new ones. It's the real deal. We're going with old school. Gotta have bluing. there's the 5 if we're gonna really just lay it out there old school. But we gotta throw an extra one in there. I'm gonna actually throw 2 extras in there. Might not do something different. Whoa, we almost had a failure. Almost had a failure. Why don't we go with you saw this video not too long ago. We could go with the Colt SP1 from 1975. That fits the old school bill. And realistically, I could get rid of the Swedish Mauser and do everything I need to do with this. You know, probably get away with taking the shotgun out. You know, it just depends on what you're wanting to do. But completely old school here. We don't have the bluing, but this is still, in my opinion, the best looking AR-15, period. Like, this is it, man. You can get rid of all the other AR-15s out there, looks wise. I like this look the best out of every one. This is my deal right here, which they're starting to remanufacture this look. Recently I just saw a brand new version of this by a manufacturer that I had never heard of. I don't recall the name at the moment, but I recently watched a video on YouTube and it looks just like this, and I was like, I need one of those in my life. Why not get a new version? But we'll throw this as an alternate. 1975 Colt SP1, and I did say that we'll do another alternate if we want to stick to the old school. We could, which we still need to do a video on this one. This is the Ishapore in 7.62 by 51. You know, very Enfield basically, but it's an Ishapore from 1967. This wouldn't be a bad choice. Just super cool looking. I mean, cool factor, this has definitely got it going on right here. You know, you can go buy a brand new Savage, great rifle, great gun, but it doesn't look like this. That's what's so awesome about this old stuff. 1967. We could even throw an AK into the mix, you know. I mean, a lot of directions you can go, but I'm going to stop there because we have, we went 7. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you like the choices I picked out. Like I said, we kind of tried to cover all the food groups. I probably will. Let me know if you want me to do another one. You know, maybe we'll do another one old school just on the stuff that we like to shoot. You know, we could do old school self-defense. Obviously, we could pile up a bunch of guns that would be a little bit better if the shit hit the fan, you know. But that's what's cool about these. You get to see some more guns, and you get to kind of look at different variations. So until next time, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for checking out the old school edition of last 5 guns I would sell, and we'll see you on the next one.